dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we live. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground. ETN. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away
and right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some room to work. Touchdown, Falcons!
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go back to Pollard on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. ETN once more. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second and 7, Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, ETN once more. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brady, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Come on. Hey.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. The Falcons at 4-7 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's brought in downfield by London. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Finding room in midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hart, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go.
Second and 1. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys have now moved out in front. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
On second and 12, Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13 from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Back to the ground with Etienne. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Hurts. Screenplay, here's ETN. Touchdown, Broncos! Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll set up to throw. This pass is caught by London. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will have a first down as they're in the field goal range now at the 30. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Okay, break.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here we go, here we go. Lightning, 18.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 143 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
Yes, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they'll run with ETN. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Powering forward, the quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On the 6. Ready.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
A loss of 5 on the play. It's 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On second and 10, Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Straight ahead, ETN. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely forced a field goal attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another toe for Etienne. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Pitts. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll try the left side with ETN. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they'll go again with ETN. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Broncos, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.